floodplain. The camera. Okay, ready. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
To be here, and this is a very deep subject.
To be here and
people
it's a
don't
deep
know
topic.
about. I learned a lot through the study.
Learned a lot from my own personal study of this topic.
So,
So,
fine. Okay. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
from Denver,
I
Colorado,
have been working at Dahlia
Dahlia Street Church of Christ for
36
36 years.
And been full-time since I graduated
Full-time
from
since I
BSD in Birmingham, Alabama.
Graduated from
93.
Birmingham Bible School of Deaf.
I'm from Colorado.
From
Ready to
Colorado.
move back.
And moved back.
The deaf wanted me to come back. Fine. So, okay, so ready for this Christian evidence.
Our
Prove it
topic this
about
morning,
Jesus Christ
Christian
himself.
evidence is proven about Jesus Christ himself.
Turn the word for my phone. Okay. There are many evidence in the Bible about Jesus being the Messiah.
There are many evidences available of Jesus the Messiah.
There are about 400 prophecies
About
about
400
Christ
prophecies
in
that
the
talk about
Old
Christ
Testament.
in the Old Testament.
So, like sample,
So, for
he could be
example,
born in
he
Bethlehem.
would be born in
Another
Bethlehem.
verse says,
That verse
yeah, he'd be
reads,
born of a
born a
virgin.
virgin,
Another verse says, he
Another
will
says,
ride on a
we
donkey.
ride on a donkey.
Those are about
All
him
those
coming.
different prophecies about Jesus coming.
Some written 750 years
Some were
before
written
Christ.
7 or 50 years before
So
Christ
there are
was
many
born.
prophecies about Christ.
All these prophecies about Christ in the Old Testament.
The prophecies,
Most of the prophecies
Jesus getting fulfilled
are
while here on
fulfilled
earth.
by Jesus Christ when he was here on earth.
So, there are still some
There's
prophecies
still some prophecies
fulfilled.
that have yet to be fulfilled.
There are some like Jesus' second
Some, such
coming,
as Jesus'
that
second
happened,
coming. Well, obviously that hadn't happened
and
yet.
the resurrection.
And
Our
resurrection
resurrection
our
hasn't
resurrection.
happened, and
Our
Judgment Day
resurrection
hasn't happened.
Judgment Day has not
Things
occurred.
in the future.
Three things like that. Things will happen in the
Okay.
future.
Was Jesus really human?
Was Jesus a real person? Was he a real
Many
human?
people in the world don't believe
Many people in the world-
human.
No, don't believe he was
That's a
real.
spirit. Oh,
Special story, but no, really, he was born.
Virgin will give birth to a
Virgin will
son.
give birth to a
His name shall
son,
be called
and his name shall be
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Means God
Means
with
God with
us.
us.
That's picture of the Old Testament. Angel Gabriel
Angel
told
Gabriel
her
told
have a
Mary
son
that she
will
would
be
have a son.
birth named Jesus.
She would give birth to a boy, and his name would be Jesus.
With the right time came, God sent his son,
When the right time came,
Here.
God sent his son,
born of a woman,
born of a
and
woman,
the law,
subject to the
Old
law.
Testament law. The Word became a man,
Word became
like
a
John
man.
chapter 1, verse 14. He
John
made his
1:14,
home among
he made
his
his home
people.
among his people.
So it shows that he's human.
It shows he was human.
The people who saw witness about Jesus,
Those people who saw Jesus here,
that's the
and
that's
told
the
people
Son
that.
of God, yes.
John the Baptist said, yes,
That's
this
why
is
he
the
called
Son of God.
his followers, look, the Lamb of God.
John told his
the Savior
followers,
of the
look,
world.
the Lamb of God that comes to save the world.
Two of the disciples.
Two of the disciples went and followed after Jesus.
Nathaniel Rabbi, you are the Son of God, King
Nathanael was
of
amazed. Rabbi, you
Israel.
are the Son of God, the King of Israel.
Why?
Why is
Because
that important?
Jesus said, I saw you before
Because Jesus
under
said,
the tree
I saw you before under the tree sitting there.
already, before I met me.
Before I met you, you already knew about me.
Right. When Jesus met a woman
This
out
is
the
from
well,
when Jesus met the woman by the
at
well,
noontime,
and was coming to get water at
Jesus there
noontime.
waiting,
Jesus
expecting
is
her
sitting there
to
waiting,
come.
expecting her to come.
The woman, prostitute or whatever,
The woman was
she
a
had
prostitute or
several
something like that.
husbands.
She had several husbands, whatever exactly the
Both
situation
times
was.
women get together, water was
People
closed,
would gather
morning
together
or
and
evening,
would
but
go
she
to the
came
well
in
to
the
get
afternoon
water in the
because
morning or
no
in the
one
evening.
there, no
But she
other
was
women
coming at
around,
noontime because
gossip
there was no one
about.
else there. You know, didn't have
She
anyone
was
there
okay,
talking
shop.
about her, so she
Man,
came at
Jesus
noontime.
there.
We found Jesus
But she
sitting
didn't
there.
give me water.
And Jesus asked for water. I said, you,
Samaritan
you
woman
would
for
ask me, a
water.
Samaritan woman, for water? Surprised her.
Then she, I know a
And so
prophet
we
is
went-
coming.
And the Samaritan said, I know a prophet. The prophet is
Ah,
coming.
to
And Jesus
town,
said that he was
oh,
that prophet. So she
that
ran back into the
Messiah.
city and told
People,
everyone that the Messiah was there, and all the people ran out to meet Jesus.
That's why
They
they
saw
said the
proof
people
for
said,
themselves. That's
now
what
we
people said.
believe,
Now we
not just
believe,
because you told
not
us,
just because
that we
you
saw
told
the
us, but
proof.
because we saw ourselves the proof.
Peter. Peter in John said,
Peter and John said,
God the Holy Son
You are
of
the
one
Son
of
of
God.
God, the Holy
Also
One, the
said,
Son of
you
God.
are the Christ, the Son
"You are
of
Christ,
God.
the Son of God."
In Matthew 16,
Matthew 16,
15, 16.
15, 16.
So he said, Christ,
It says again twice.
so Peter, Son of God.
Peter realized who Jesus was.
Thomas.
When Jesus was resurrected and he showed the wounds in his hands and his feet,
That, my Lord,
Thomas
my
responded,
God.
surely you are the Son of God. That was proof.
God himself, the Father, so
God
witness, the
himself,
Holy
the Father,
Spirit
is
also witness about
witness.
Jesus. The Father, the people, Son.
So people,
Remember when Jesus
About
was
the Son.
baptized
when Jesus was
by
baptized
John the
by
Baptist,
John the Baptist,
and Holy Spirit came on him.
the Holy Spirit came and descended like a dove.
Dove. Then the voice from heaven, this is my
The voice from heaven
beloved
said,
Son,
"This is my
whom
beloved
I'm
Son,
pleased."
in whom I am well pleased."
And when the people heard that, maybe so
We've heard that
show
maybe.
proof that the Father
That was
witnessed
proof
that
that
Jesus truly Son
God
of
the
God.
Father
So the
was a
Holy Spirit
witness.
was sent to the disciples.
And we also see
He
the Holy
will
Spirit
give
is
proof
sent to the
and
disciples
He
as
witnessed
proof,
about Jesus.
as a witness
They,
to
the Holy Spirit
Jesus,
helped them to witness
in order
about
to help
Jesus.
them also witness about Jesus.
Okay. There's several different things from the Bible that shows he's
There are 7
human.
different things from the Bible that shows that Christ was human.
The Word became flesh.
The Word became flesh.
He got tired. Remember on the
Jesus grew
road,
tired.
the storm.
Remember on the boat,
Jesus
the
sleep.
storm, Jesus was sleeping
shows
through
he's
it.
human. He's
And so it shows that he was
tired.
human.
He's through
He would feel
body.
things. He would get tired. He had a body.
Jesus wept.
Jesus
the
wept
people,
for the people around him.
Lazarus at funeral.
At Lazarus' funeral, that
Wept.
impacted him, and he
Shows
wept.
he's human too.
Show that he's human as well.
He soul, friends, like we feel the
troubled
same.
in his soul. We feel that way.
People.
He looked at the people and saw their sin.
He prayed to the Father with God. He prayed to God in heaven.
He prayed to the Father. He prayed to
That he
the
talked
Father
to
in
God,
heaven.
talk. But
He was
here
able
on
to
earth,
talk-
when he was
talk
here,
with God
prayed,
more
Father,
direct manner
so
when he was in
that
heaven. But when he was here on
human
earth,
also should follow his
he
example to
also
pray to God.
set the example for us that we should follow and pray to God, talk to God in heaven.
Thirsty shows he was human.
Jesus was
on the
thirsty.
cross.
It shows he was
Thirst.
human. He was thirsty on the cross.
He died and was buried like
Jesus died
us.
and was buried just like us.
He was out of flesh and
He
body.
had a fleshly body.
He died and was buried.
He died and was buried.
Okay. Jesus' teaching
Jesus' teaching was
amazing.
incredible. It was just
People-
amazing, jaw-dropping.
Some examples.
Here's some examples here.
His hometown Nazareth
His hometown of Nazareth.
would get
People were astounded.
miraculous
Amazing.
power.
To
No,
get this
that
miraculous
Jesus
power and
started to
wisdom. And
young
Jesus
people
started to
30. If
Jesus didn't
Jesus
start to
started when he was
public
20,
ministry until he was
when
about
people are
30.
listening to him,
It started when he was about 20. People
became
were not listening
30,
to him, but when he was
more
30,
wise,
he had more wisdom,
writing time to the right
experience,
time.
and it was the right time.
People go,
People were willing to listen to him at that point. You know, this is different than what
different
we've heard
than
before.
the
This is different than the Pharisees
different than
teaching.
Jewish leader,
You know,
different
and the Jewish leadership. It's very different.
The Jewish leaders stands the temple guard to
Jewish
Jesus.
leaders
Jesus
of the temple guards
the
captured Jesus.
guard.
But the guards went over there and they began to listen to Jesus. They were
They
astounded at
came
what he
back
had
to
to say.
the Jewish leader. Where's Jesus? Where's Jesus?
So when they went back to the Jewish leadership, they said, well, "Where's Jesus?" He said, "We have never seen anyone speak like this."
That's why Jewish leader.
The Jewish leaders
They
couldn't
were
believe
upset
it.
that they
Caused them to be upset that they hadn't arrested Jesus.
these people, the Jewish people, his Lord,
People were amazed
he spoke like someone with authority.
because he spoke with like
So
somebody
Jesus
with
was
authority.
different than all the people.
So Jesus was different than all the other people.
No. I hope and see right,
People.
that. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
No, it's not
Camera.
wide.
Okay.
The lens.
Interesting. The Jewish teacher.
The Jewish teachers themselves were amazed.
Wisdom, understand.
He was amazed at his understanding
How
of
was
wise
Jesus
answers.
die? Wow.
How old was Jesus when this happened? It was when he was only 12 years old. It's when
the
he was
Jewish
12
leader.
years old. The Jewish leaders came around and began to ask him questions. They were astounded.
My father.
His wisdom, you know. Remember when his mom and dad
Yeah.
went off and then they realized that
3
Jesus
days.
wasn't with their convoy? They had to go back to Jerusalem, go back to the temple, and found him there in the temple. That's when this was happening. And Jesus' answer was, I must be about my
The
Father's
Jewish
business.
leader were amazing.
The Jewish
Wow.
leadership was amazed. This boy is only 12 years old, but he had understanding and wisdom. He was able to answer
Wow.
these questions.
Any 12-year-old today have the same.
Do we have any 12-year-olds today do the same? No, I don't think so.
Jesus does fully God.
Jesus was also
Several
fully
verses.
God. Here's some verses to support that.
Titus wrote that Jesus, yes, he is God and
In
Savior.
Titus, he writes, yes, Jesus is God and Savior.
Jesus does is the
Jesus
Word,
himself is the Word,
and the Word
and
God.
the Word is God.
Thomas, my Lord, my God.
Thomas, remember, he was amazed when he saw
Yes,
Jesus on
my
that throne and
God.
said, yes, my Lord and my God.
His divinity was required,
His
so he
divinity
can't
was
save
required
people's soul.
So that people
If Jesus was
have their
not
soul saved.
from
If he
God,
wasn't from
from
God,
God,
then he couldn't save us.
so required.
So it's required for his divinity.
And Jesus said, pray for God. When
When Jesus
one
was praying, he
thing-
said, we are one, we are equal.
He was also fully man.
He's also fully man,
Born of a woman,
born of a woman,
proved mother. He had human eyes, mind, body, soul.
Yeah. He was human just like us, had the same mind, body, and soul.
That verse says Jesus is the fullness of God in
Jesus is
body.
The fullness of God in the human body.
Jesus must become a man to
Jesus must
take
become a man
sin.
in order to take away your sins.
Because he couldn't.
It must have happened. Without that, he couldn't be saved.
He was tempted to
He was
stand
tempted,
up,
just
but
like we
never
are,
sinned.
but he never sinned.
So, man.
So he was an incredible man.
That's why he understood how it feels like to be
So
sad.
he
He
understood
understood
how
how
to
to
be
be
sick,
through problem,
our struggles, our problems, our
He
temptations.
through same the devil tried
Jesus
tempt
went through the
Jesus
same thing.
too.
We read about the devil trying
40
to tempt
days,
Jesus
40
as well.
nights.
Remember, Jesus goes out and fasts for
That
40
the
days,
devil
40 nights,
time.
and the devil comes to him and tempts him 3 times, and finally gives up.
Okay. Isaiah told about from his
Isaiah
writings,
told
Isaiah
about
53.
Jesus'
I
life
use
and
both
death in
Isaiah and the
53.
fulfillment in the New Testament.
And I
for
put the references
Messiah
also
will
in the
be
New Testament
by
where it's
people.
fulfilled there.
You have to explain something, right?
Good teacher, good teacher. My wife. Purchased a book about Isaiah 53. I thought it would be interesting, so I opened it up and began to look at it. And wow. Read through that chapter. It was a wonderful book. It talked all about Jesus and the prophecies and matches it up right there in the New Testament where it actually is fulfilled. And really about the middle of chapter 52 is where it starts and then continues on.
Mm-hmm.
The point of this book was written for Jewish people to see that Jesus did fulfill that, but a lot of times Jewish people have a difficult time understanding Isaiah 53 because they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. So they have a problem reading that and trying to interpret Isaiah 53. A lot of times what I found out is that they will study the first half of Isaiah 52 and then we'll jump all the way to chapter 54 because they have a hard time explaining what that is. I can't remember exactly where in Paul's writings, but
Stumbling block.
he says like a stumbling block. And that's what Isaiah 53 is for them. I thought that was incredible. Isaiah
What's
chapter.
the title of the book?
I'll show you the book. I got it in my back.
Thank you, Fred, for
Thank you,
explaining.
Fred, for explaining that.
He would be killed as a
Jesus would be
sacrifice.
killed as a sacrifice.
Isaiah
was crucified.
Yeah,
See Isaiah 53 and also 2
so prove
Corinthians
that he was
5,
sacrificed.
referring back to that as the proof that he was sacrificed.
When people,
When people came and accused Jesus,
he
he
nah,
was silent.
come to his defense.
He didn't come to his own defense. I'm right, you're
Nothing.
wrong. No, nothing like that. Jesus
Sought
was
after
quiet,
lamb with his
silent
head.
as a lamb before the shears is quiet.
He was buried with the rich.
The Messiah was buried with the
Joseph
rich.
of Arimathea. He was a rich
Joseph of
man.
Arimathea,
That
he was
Jesus
a rich
was his
man
tomb to be buried
and allowed
there.
them to
He
bury
was
Jesus
rich
in that
man.
tomb.
When Jesus was on the cross with criminals.
Jesus was on the cross with criminals
So
on either
he-
side of him.
Was crucified with.
He was
criminals.
crucified with criminals.
Now, when we say proof from the Bible,
So
now,
first part I wanted to
talk
show
about
proof
people
from the
who are
Bible.
not Christian,
But
who are
now,
not Jews,
let's
people
talk about people who are
have
non-Christians
evidence
or
of their
non-Jewish
writing
people,
about Jesus
about their
himself.
writings and their evidence of what they
Outside
gave about
the
Jesus
church.
himself.
People, worldly people wrote about Jesus. So several
Outsiders,
different
you know, worldly
people
people who
wrote
wrote about Jesus.
witness Jesus
Different people who
or who.
themselves gave a witness for Jesus. They saw him or they heard
Man
about
named,
him.
wait. Yeah. Man named
So, a man named Tacitus.
he wrote that
The words in yellow there.
Nero blamed Christians for starting
Nero
the fire
blamed
in
Christians for
Rome.
starting a fire in
He
Rome.
put a blame, that's why,
So he placed
he
the blame at their
blamed-
feet.
killed and hated them, thought they were horrible Christians,
Nero
thought they
hated
were
Christians.
eating the blood and the
Thought
body
they were
of
horrible.
Christ.
They talked
Thought
about eating the
they're
blood and the body of
cannibals.
Christ. Called them cannibals.
Christ, that's Roman language. Christ,
Christ is that's the
name
Romanization of the
editing
name Christ.
during the emperor named in the hands of
So it
Pilate.
talks about the Emperor Tiberius at the time into the hands of Pontius Pilate. That's when Jesus was alive.
Pliny the Younger.
Pliny the Younger.
Another emperor.
Another Emperor Trajan
Yeah.
at the time. So he's asking,
Christian, how can I
what should we do with
take them
Christians?
something
How should we treat them
so
with these
what
false
he wrote
accusations?
says,
So here's what he wrote.
they met, the Christians met together early in the morning
So Christians met together early in the
on
morning
a certain day,
on a certain day,
Sunday,
and we know that's Sunday,
before silent
before
night.
the sun was up.
And the Christians sang
Christians
to
sang
Christ like he was a God.
to Christ like he
True
was a God. It's true.
God.
It truly was God.
Famous Josephus. He wrote
Josephus is famous.
a thick book about Christ.
Big book and talks
He was
about
a
Christ in it.
historian.
He was a
Jewish.
historian,
He was
Jewish
half
historian.
Jew, half Jew,
He was
and
half Jew himself.
Roman.
He's half Jew, half Roman.
Did you think that he said the name Jesus
It's
and
interesting.
he was the Christ?
He said the name Jesus, and then he said he was
People
the
in the world
Christ.
don't like what he said. No,
A lot of
that's
people in
right.
the Jewish world
They
don't
tried
like
to
what he said.
remove that
Remove
part.
that
They
part.
tried.
Right. They
That
tried,
you
but
can't change
you
it.
can't change what was
2,000
written
years ago.
2,000 years ago.
So he mentioned
So
Christ,
he mentions Christ,
and Pilate condemned him.
and that Pilate condemned
Crucified.
him. He was
So
crucified.
these Christians came to
Those
love
Christians
him.
is what he's
Did
talking about.
not give
there,
up their
is
affection
unto
for
love him,
Jesus.
and not give up
And
their
on the
affection
third
for
day,
Jesus.
appeared.
And on the third day he appeared.
He's dead. Third day he
He
appeared.
said the
Means
third day he appeared.
resurrected.
That means he was risen.
Came back to life.
Came back to life.
And the tribe of Christians
The tribe of Christians
did not.
continue. They have not
Still
disappeared.
Christians here.
Well, there's still
2,000 years
Christians here
later.
today, 2,000 years
Still
later.
here.
Still here.
Some of these Jewish writings
Some of these
record
Jewish writings
between 70 to 200
have
AD.
from 70
So
to
that's
200 AD.
Talmud, the Jewish writings.
The Talmud is the Jewish writings.
Okay. Jesus, different name, Jesus.
Yeshua, that's
He was
Jesus.
trying to be hanged 40 days before that happened.
40 days
People
before
were
that,
talking about wanting to
people
stone
were
him to
talking about
death.
wanting
The
to
Jews
stone
wanted
him
to
to
stone him
death.
to
The
death.
Jews wanted
It
to
hadn't
stone him to
happened.
death.
So
Hadn't
he
happened
was
yet.
hung on the cross.
And instead he was hung on the cross.
And because he was practicing
Because he was
teaching
practicing
Christians,
teaching
that is opposite of what Jews
Christianity, which is
believe.
opposite of what Jewish people believe.
Tried to cause Israel Jewish people.
Try to cause Israel and
They
Jewish
blame
people
Jesus
to
for causing Jews
go
to
away
fight.
from Judaism.
He tried to
Instead,
stop
he
the
was
Jewish
trying to
religion.
encourage
Stop
apostasy, which is not
Jewish
true.
religion today. They don't believe in Jesus.
Even to this day, they don't believe in Jesus.
He was a Greek writer, but he was also
Lucian was a Greek writer, but he was also a
sarcastic.
sarcastic.
Sarcastic. I'm not
Okay.
sure ironic or
You know, sarcastic, ironic, kind of same sign there, but
Smart
you know,
talk,
he was a very
I think she's
sarcastic guy. You know, talk against Jesus, you know. So that's what we're about to see right here.
So he wrote, see,
So
it was depressed on
pretty interesting what he wrote
people
here.
about it was a lawgiver who
You know, he
Jesus
was the original lawgiver.
Jesus
right
is the
there.
lawgiver.
He's talking about Jesus. Jesus
that
is
they
the
were all
real
brothers
law. It's
from
all
the
that
moment
they're
they
all
became
brothers.
very
From the moment that
Christian,
they were converted,
and they
became
denied the
Christians,
gods of Greek myths,
and that
idols,
they denied the gods
idols
of Greece, all
of
those
Greece,
idols,
that they
those Greek
stopped
idols.
worshiping
They stopped
idols.
worshiping idols.
Means to deny
They denied
follow
and
Christ.
instead follow after Christ.
So he wrote that.
So he wrote that. That's probably
These were written by people,
These were
group
written
of
by
people.
people, a group of people, the Gnostics.
They were, some were Christians,
Some
but then
were
they changed.
Christians, and then they
They changed their mind about
They changed their
Christ,
mind about Christ.
changed their beliefs.
Changed
They
their
were
beliefs.
Christians, but they
They were Christians, and then they became something
They-
different.
different writing.
So they had different writings there.
So this is why I kind of explained brief. Right. I'm coming to that.
Oh,
Wait a
oh.
minute. Hold doors.
Hold your horses, hold us.
Whoa!
Did not believe they were truly human.
They didn't believe that Jesus was really a human.
They could not identify Jesus.
They couldn't imagine Jesus being
They
divine
really
and
didn't
being
believe
God
that he
also
was the
being human.
Christ.
They also didn't believe that he was the Christ.
Were they?
Oh, okay. I got
That's why.
Explain it.
Their theories, ideas from
theories or
philosophers at that
ideas
time,
Came
the
from
Greek
philosophers at the time.
like
The
Aristotle,
ancient Greek
Socrates.
philosophers like Aristotle, Socrates.
So some of their beliefs,
So,
the Greek
some of their
beliefs similar.
very aligned with the belief of the Greeks.
They believe that
So they
everything
believe that
physical,
everything
people,
Physical
animals,
people, animals,
plants, trees,
plants,
all
trees,
evil,
everything
all the
is
material
all
things,
evil. All
evil.
material things are
But
evil.
spirit world, good.
The spirit world is all
Like
good.
angel,
So you have angels, you have, that's where good things are.
there's no way to know about God.
And that there's no way to truly know God.
They have many different
And
idols,
there's many different
Right.
idols that they would
Greek
worship.
mythology,
Like the ones in Greek mythology.
different.
All those many
They believe
different
in both
gods, all
things.
those different images they
But
could
they
have.
believe one God.
Or they didn't believe in
How can
one
we know
God.
Him?
So, you know, how can you know God?
They don't believe in.
They do not
Jesus.
believe that Jesus truly was resurrected in a real body. They didn't believe that.
They believe that Jesus had a real body.
So they believe that Jesus didn't really have a body there.
Spirit, something.
It was spirit. It was something made of spirit.
They don't believe I've sinned.
They don't believe in the concept of sin. They just say, I'm ignorant.
They claim to have higher
They would claim to have higher knowledge about everything.
Like philosophers, they thought they knew
Philosophers,
everything.
you know, they thought they knew
teach and
everything,
think
and they
people
would
about
teach other
life,
people
like
about life.
Aristotle,
You know, like they're talking about
Socrates.
Aristotle, Socrates,
Plato.
Plato. You know, so what starts with an H. Yeah,
Getting Greek
yeah.
philosophy. Herodias. Herodias.
Says Herodias.
Hercules.
No, not Hercules. that's in Greek mythology.
yeah.
That's from the Greek word gnosis, which means to know.
Values. Have a higher truth, a higher
Or
knowledge.
a higher truth, a higher knowledge.
That's what they believe.
That's what they believed.
So the people try to
So
confuse
these people
Christians.
were trying to confuse Christians.
Jesus really
Because
died.
no, Jesus didn't really have a body when he was resurrected.
That's why some Christians fell
Caused a lot
away
of
because
confusion.
of
That's why
that.
some Christians fell away because of the influence of the Gnostics.
Okay. Strong evidence that Jesus.
There's strong evidence that Jesus truly did exist here.
So world history and Bible history many
World
prove that
history and
Jesus
biblical
really
history
existed here.
provides us with evidence that Jesus truly did live.
That would prove that apostles and Christians died in Christ's name.
Great
That
evidence
is
is
proof
that
that
the apostles and Christians were willing to die in the
it's
name of
not,
Christ.
we're not following
Wasn't
a
just,
fable
You know,
or
following a fable, a story, or something like that. They were willing to give their lives.
we will die for Christ. We know it's true.
Because we know
People will not
it's
die if they
true.
follow a lie.
People will not die to follow something they know is a lie.
Our life following Christ prove
Our
that
lives
Jesus
following
lived.
Christ is proof that Jesus
Our
lived.
life that Christians
Our
show
lives as
proof in the
Christians
world
proves the
that
world
Jesus continues.
that Jesus
many
continues.
things in the world
And so many
because
things
of
in the
Jesus.
world,
People's lives change.
people's lives change
Right, because of Jesus, the laws, like
Because of
our
Jesus, we have
founding
laws, like
fathers,
our founding fathers, you know,
years
some
ago.
243 years ago.
Then many laws is based on the
Many laws
Bible.
are based on
And
biblical
so
ideas.
that's why it helps change people's lives.
That's one way it's helped change
Hospitals
people's
was
lives.
built because of Christ.
Hospitals were built because of
I mean,
Christ.
so many things in the world
So many different
because
things
of
in the world.
Christ's life here
Because
changed
of Christ's
people's
life
lives.
here. It changed
That's
lives.
why we are proof of His
Because we
ministry.
are proof of his ministry.
I mean, wow, Jesus, one that could change everyone. Our lives be changed because of Him. All the people
His
who
life
met
changed
Jesus,
everyone. Our lives are
changed
changed
the life.
because of his.
Paul
Everyone
never
that
met Jesus,
Encountered Jesus.
not even
and
on
their
the
life changed.
road
Paul,
to
you know,
Damascus.
as he encountered Jesus on the road to
In
Damascus.
3 days, his
changed
life
his
was
life
changed in
entirely.
3 days.
In 3 days, his entire life was changed. In just 3 days.
Big, powerful impact on people's lives.
Huge impact on people's lives.
So He gives us everything we need to live. Thanks.
No, okay.
Okay. So, anyone have
Anyone have any questions?
questions about what we talked about? I know it's a deep subject.
I know it's kind of a deep
Very
topic,
interesting
but
topic.
it's a very interesting study.
Christian evidence, that's why
Christian
you
evidence
use
is-
this to show your
I
friends.
use this
all for
so your
Jesus.
friends, you know,
Yeah.
don't believe Jesus real well.
Yeah.
It's something you can explain to them. Somebody have a question?
Sam, Christian, Christian, our country, that he believed Jesus got born from Old Testament, came here in America, Church of Christ, more for New Testament. I'm baptizing my country, baptized here 2 times because baptized for Jesus, that Jesus died for me, washed away my sin. Same, Jesus, same. Right now, baptizing. I still feel invisible. Invisible. God loves us, and commands God. You know, invisible. God, well, we believe that by our faith, believe something we can't see. That's why faith tells Jesus come, then faith can prove when Jesus comes back and human, we have two sides of God's word, yes. I want to follow, say, but feel empty. That's why I encourage you to study more, study God's Word. We have Old Testament, really, Church Pride focus on New Testament. We need Old Testament to understand, New Testament to understand Old Testament. Explain the different purpose. Like, choose people, like sacrifice before. Tell you this, clear, Lamb, Jesus our Lamb. So that's why I study preacher, pastor, one hearing talk, same country. I learned in America the prophecy. Nowadays, that's why she's finished. I mean, all the prophets finished, fulfilled, finished. Still doing that happened. Second coming. So now, has prophet miracle. Not now. Like the Bible. Right. Okay. Pastor and me, the elder. People, the word pastor. I'm a preacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm not an elder. Shepherd, the people. I'm a preacher. I preach the word. Go to the Greek word. The Greek word, the original language, but all meaning. The Greek word helps explain what that word means. Thank you for your attention. God bless you.
Okay.